Hello, everyone. Welcome once again to A.O.S Academy's YouTube channel. As you know, it's every day by 3 p.m. West African time, we actually discuss about questions that were asked during our JAPA to Canada immigration webinar. So today is not going to be different. Today, we are also going to be starting with a very wonderful question that was asked by Mr. Adeolu Sayomi. But before we actually talk about the question he asked, we would like you to kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit on the notification bar to get updated anytime we drop a content, and like and share this video with your friends and family. Today, we want to talk about the best entry program for a family. And when we're talking about the entry program, we're talking about the Canada immigration program for family members. And this question was asked by Mr. Adeolu Sayomi from Nigeria. And our question, once again, as we said, was extracted from the JAPA to Canada in 2023 webinar Q&A sessions. Now, today we want to talk on a very, very important topic about how people, especially family members, can relocate to Canada in this time that we are right now. And if you are part of people that are, maybe for instance, you are a spouse to another person, maybe a wife or a husband to another person, then I will tell you that Canada loves having permanent residents and even also temporary residents that are family members, especially if they are young or if at least they have children that are young. A lot of people don't know this, that even though the common express entry program we all know about would one way or the other limit people that are above 40 years of age, there are still other programs in express entry and out of express entry that are really expecting people, family members, say to speak, to migrate to Canada through their own provinces or through their own programs. So if you have a family member, take for instance, you are a husband and you have a wife and a child, or you are a wife to someone and you have a husband and a child, or even if you are just couples. When I'm talking about couples now, I'm not talking about you necessarily getting married to one another. If you are just, for instance, a boyfriend to your girlfriend, or you are a girlfriend to your boyfriend, or if you are just conjugal partners in the definitions that we know about now currently in the world. Maybe for instance, you just have someone cohabiting with you. Maybe the person has cohabited for at least 1 year with you. In Canada, we know that kind of person as a common law partner. If that person is your friend, or your person is your best friend, or maybe your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your fiancé, you can actually relocate to Canada with your fiancé without necessarily getting wedded already before you actually relocate. Because a lot of people would ask me that, is it compulsory for me to actually get to change my name to my husband's name, for instance, before I can relocate to Canada? Well, it's not compulsory. Some would also state that, okay, they are not ready to get married to their spouse now. They want to first go to Canada, travel there, and hustle before they actually tie the knots. And that is also possible. It's very much possible. So today we want to talk about the best entry programs that you could use as a family member of one or two or three or four up to seven that you can use to relocate to Canada. But I'll first start with the 3 to 4 different ways I know a person can actually relocate to Canada, someone that actually has a family member, whether in his own home country or outside of his home country, specifically in Canada. So the very first way to actually go through your Canada immigration, if you have a family, is through the commonly known route, which is the express entry. If you are even 40 years of age and your spouse is below 40, then that would be a very good way, a very good pathway you can use to relocate you and your family to Canada, especially again if your own spouse is educated, she has or he or she has years of experience, and the age is actually on that person's side. The person can actually be your principal applicant while you would be the secondary applicant to that person or to that spouse. Now, the other way you could actually go through family is through what we know as the family sponsorship. If, for instance, you have someone already in Canada, maybe your sibling or your uncle or your auntie or your parents or even your stepbrother or half brother or half sister, then definitely you can still move to Canada through their assistance. And that assistance is what we term family sponsorship. So, as a person that is going to Canada, relocating to Canada through family sponsorship, then you can use this program if you have a Canadian citizen that is your family member or a permanent resident that has stayed there for at least 1 year, you understand, before that person is willing and able financially to sponsor you to Canada. And the kind of persons that person can sponsor, the person already in Canada that is a Canadian citizen or a permanent resident can sponsor, is actually the spouse. If the person is married already and he has his own family back at home, maybe for instance you have your husband already in Canada and you as the wife are still in your own country with your children, he can sponsor you to come to Canada. Likewise, if the person is your common law partner, as we said, someone in a conjugal relationship with you that you have spent at least 1 year of cohabitation, 1 year of living together with at least, you understand, you can go through that route. And if, for instance, the person you want to sponsor is also family members that are related to dependent children, the person can actually help dependent children, children that are still in their own home country, to relocate to Canada. Now, another route that you could actually use, which is the route I would term as the best route for anyone that is terming or trying to go through to Canada as of today, is the provincial nominee program. Why do I say that? Because even yesterday, which was the 1st of February 2023, Canada still selected people. They selected immigrants who had what? Who had nominations for provinces. Provinces like Ontario, like Saskatchewan, like British Columbia, like Alberta, Manitoba. So if you are someone that actually has that opportunity or have that occupational skill or have that so-called language proficiency that a particular province is looking for, then you can be nominated by a province first, and after the nomination, the federal government of Canada would now issue you an invitation to apply to actually move to Canada. And with that, you would be like a person that is actually special. Why? Because it is the province that actually showed interest in bringing you to Canada. In other words, it is that province that is nominating you, is that province that is standing in place for you through your application process with the Canada body, the IRCC, the immigration body. So that would be the program. The PMP program would be the best program I would state as the best entry program as of now, because the provincial nominees are getting more selected than even the express entry programs, than even the family sponsors right now in Canada. So if you are looking for my little tip on how to actually go through your family relocation, I would say you should go through the provincial nominee program. And lastly, I will talk about the final program that I want to let you know about, is the Quebec Skilled Worker Program, the QSWP. A lot of people don't know that this program, apart from all other provinces, actually gives you points for having children. So if you have children and you are not going to get points definitely in the express entry profile or program, you can still get points for your children under the Quebec Skilled Worker Program if you actually register through the ARIMA portal and you get selected under the Quebec Skilled Worker Program to relocate to Canada. So that will be the final program that you could use as a family to actually relocate to Canada. If you have any questions or clarifications or even seek any assistance from us, then you can reach out to us on our website aosacademy.com, or even reach out to our email admin@aosacademy.com, or even call us on our WhatsApp lines that are already on the comment section of this video. So thank you very much. If you have any questions, drop them in our website, on our website, or on our email, and we'll give you a feedback or even feature it on this our Q&A sessions, Talk with AOS. Thank you very much once again, and I do hope to see you in our next video. Please don't forget, before you go, try to subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit on the notification bar to get updated anytime we drop a content, and like and share this video with your friends and family. Thank you very much, and bye for now.